Hi, welcome to the Soluri Glory Hour. I'm Vinny Soluri. This is my wife, Janet.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Friday again. We come around once a week on Fridays. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody from last week. Donna DeCiani, Fred Carpenter. Great show. I'd like to thank the fans for tuning in. Big shout out to Carl over in England. We're going to have tonight a special guest. He's an author, musician, writes children's books, has 2 novels also. Great musician. They're going to do a number together with Janet tonight, so you're going to get to hear Janet sing tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun, talk about some good stuff, and just kick it around.
We're going to break for a commercial, and we'll be right back with Mr. Jack Batcher. Thanks.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. You know, soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware.
We have 3 of the largest showrooms of safes on display and in stock. You can see and touch them in person instead of browsing a catalog. We carry gun and rifle safes, burglary safes, jewelry safes, fire rated from a half hour to 2 hours. Famous name brands.
We sell Guardall.
We sell AMSAC.
The new AMSAC touchscreen.
If you're ever in need of a safe, think Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware. Right, Lockie?
That's right, Alan.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it. Faster.
You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in.
Oh! Don't even think about it!
Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
So we are back with Mr. Jack Batcher, who is a friend of mine, actually, and he is not only an author, but he's also a musician who sings and writes his own songs. So we are going to do... Good,
Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Vinny, for having me on your show.
Thank you for being on our show.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
And I'm going to refer to you actually as JB, which I always do. So
Okay.
if you don't mind, right? We'll be
And I live in Islip now.
You went to Brentwood schools?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was tortured and scarred there.
Okay. Rough neighborhood, rough neighborhood. I grew up in Copeg. I know what you're saying.
There you go. There you go.
So when did you start writing books, and when did you have an interest to start writing books?
I probably started writing books back when I was a small kid. I used to make my own stuff, you know, about family and stuff like that, and then just kind of got away from that, started writing poetry and songs, and then eventually got the idea that I wanted to try a novel, and that's when I did my first novel, Death of a Pop Star. And that's, you can find that on jackbatcher.com.
Jackbatcher.com. So anybody, actually, as we speak of all of Jack's writings tonight, you can go to jackbatcher.com, and he'll explain to you, you know, through Amazon how you can purchase any of his books at any time. And
Right. Can we Say Jack Batcher one more time. JackBatcher.com one more time for the 3.
Right, Jack Batcher, that's BATCHER. But I think we
now
have
it's officially a shameless plug.
Right. So that book you just mentioned, I actually never even knew.
And it was kind of like a pop star gets kidnapped and that kind of thing. And then what happens is it stops, and then it goes into where I'm promoting the show, promoting it as a movie and a book. And I go on to like different shows, and you know, the cast from Welcome Back, Carter tries to kill me because it goes into the whole alien agenda thing and how pop stars and that kind of thing are aliens. And
sounds a little crazy.
yeah, it's a really weird book.
This was the first one you tried?
That's the first one, yeah, and it's got me in it, and you know that kind of stuff.
That was your first novel,
right?
Now, did you do the children's books before the novel?
They kind of scattered in between the 2 novels, and then the second one is Under a Thunder Moon, and Under a Thunder Moon just kind of really came with the idea of the Thunder Moon tells you the time of year it's going to be, because it's in July. It takes place in July, and that's when the Thunder Moon is.
Is that right? That's when the Thunder Moon is?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the Thunder Moon or the full buck moon.
Is that all, through the whole month of July? I've never.
No,
knew this,
just
so
when
this
the
is a
when the full moon is.
Okay.
Because that's when the time of the most thunderstorms.
Okay, because I'm a July baby, so maybe I have a thunderous personality. So
yeah, she does.
I think that explains it. Yeah.
Oh, what does it say when it's crabby though?
There you go.
You have to check with him. He could tell.
Cancer under a thunder moon.
So Under a Thunder Moon, which is Jack's book right here, it's a novel. He gave it to me to read one night, and he told me it was an adult book, which I wasn't really listening to him. I was in a rush. I said, okay, great, that's great. And I had gone home, and I opened it, and I began to read it, and I was like, oh, my God, this is not a children's book. Oh, my God. And gave it to my niece. And I said, thank God I didn't give it to my 8-year-old niece. Right?
Well, you said she was an advanced reader.
Yeah, well, I did. Right? And I was like, oh, my God, he really thinks she's, like, really advanced. Like,
no, I wasn't. I did tell you. It was a horror thriller kind of book. You know.
So you bounce from weird, like you said,
right.
Weird, to...
Well, the Death of a Pop Star, I would say, is like a comedy, and then this is a horror, and then the children's books. And children's books I do, I have Other Monsters in My Closet is a new one.
Right.
Show everybody that one.
I do want to show everybody this one. I do.
Now,
That's it right there.
Met this new illustrator for this book, Charles Burton, and you can find out more about him at theartistpad.com. Don't show the monster.
I won't show the monster. Yeah, actually, your illustrator he's really good. I thought the books look great. And who is it? Charles
Burton.
And
are there monsters in my closet?
I don't know what's in your closet.
No, I'm saying there might be some skeletons, but I don't know about monsters.
So actually, getting back to this one first.
Okay.
You want to give us a brief synopsis of what this story's about?
It's kind of like a. Well, it started. Oh yeah, I was going to use the guitar on this part, wasn't I? Oh well. Anyway, so it started with a song called "Satisfied," where a man took his cheating girlfriend out to the Pine Barrens, shot her, and burned her remains. And that was the idea behind the story. But then, as the characters came together, it kind of went another way. And it's a group of friends, and the guy, one friend, the groupie.
Give me names. Give me names. Give me the character names.
All right. So Trailer Park is the roadie for the band The Howlers, and he hooks up with Jim, the lead singer of The Howlers' girlfriend, behind his back, all that kind of thing. And Jim finds out about it, gives him all a hard time, and it gets the rest of the band behind the scenario of getting revenge for betraying a friendship, betraying a relationship, and that kind of thing. And I don't want to give away too much, but Jim does tell Trailer Park the best thing about living on an island is that you don't have to dig a hole to get rid of a body.
I was going to say the best thing about living on an island are the beaches. So really, you're kind of saying they dump the body in the beach, right? Is that what you're saying?
In the ocean.
In the ocean,
right. You don't have to dig a hole. You have the beach, you'd still have to dig a hole.
Cement shoes kind of thing?
I guess.
Okay.
It's a little more savage than that. So
yeah. I saw that when I opened it up, but I started to read it.
Most women read the book and they kind of like they say, "Oh, that one part, how?"
I would think most girls that read the book be better girlfriends.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, better boyfriends too.
There you go.
It could go either way.
Revenge can be a really ugly thing. That's
true.
Yeah.
But this is really there's no illustration on this book, obviously.
No,
it's a novel.
no illustration.
Right, so it's an adult novel, again, Under a Thunder Moon. And then let's talk about this, because Are There Monsters in My Closet? You started to explain to us where the whole concept of this came.
The idea between years ago, just before my nephew Calvin was born, my sister knew she was going to have a boy, and that she was going to name him Calvin. So I somehow received this story idea for just kind of based on my growing up and maybe, torturing my sister a little bit, playing jokes and that kind of stuff, that his older sisters would do the same thing to him when he was ready for it. So about 5, 6, they came up with the idea of telling him that there was, and this really didn't happen. Maybe it happened later, but it didn't happen by the time I knew about this, when I was getting the story, that they would let him know that there was monsters in his closet, that idea was there. And,
so they scared their little brother.
Right. But it took me 9 years, different illustrators and that, to finally get this book out. I'm very excited about it. And you can get it on Amazon.com. You can get it at the Book Review in Huntington, Islip Stationery on Main Street in Islip.
Oh, so you know what? I don't mean to interrupt you, but I thought through all our conversations that you could only get it online.
For the most part, yeah.
But you just mentioned 2 locations.
Well, I remember you saying that you can get it in the stationery in Islip when we were at the house.
Yes.
And where is the other place in Huntington?
In Huntington.
The Book Review.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's on New York Avenue.
They do a lot of book signings there, too.
Yes,
yes. Okay, great. I did not know that.
Yeah, I just got it in there like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So we urge you all to go out and get it and support Jack.
Yeah, he's got
some good stuff.
He's got some really cute books. He's got some joke books.
And with the joke books, I have Silly Cow.
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? Here.
It's Silly Cow.
Why don't you read a couple of jokes out of there? It's actually a really cute.
And I came across a number that was MOODOO, and I said, Moodoo, that's kind of witchcraft the cow practices.
Moodoo.
Yeah, Moodoo.
Anybody that works for the county could appreciate that, because we all know
it's
about
also
at the back, so has all those kind of things. And my friend Kevin Stockton, he did the illustrations for this book. And me and Kevin go way back for a long time. And we have Silly Cow, we also have Silly Halloween, and we have Silly Kitty. All those can be found at jackbatcher.com and on Amazon.com.
What was that? Jackbatcher.com.
Yes.
Plug.
jackbatcher.com.
So the whole book, though, is all, I read it. It's really, really adorable.
Right.
It's
Thank
on
you.
my
Thank
level.
you.
I like that kind of stuff. The novels, it's good, but I like that kind of stuff. Funny, right? The cute little, the whole book is all about cow jokes. I can't believe how many cow jokes there can possibly be that a guy can come up with. It's really pretty funny, actually.
Let's say, what's a cow's
clever.
favorite game?
I'm sorry?
What's a cow's favorite board game?
I have no idea.
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
There you go. Okay, throw
That's
some
one of
out
my
because-
favorite. That's one of my favorite board games too.
And to think you have a whole book, and then you have a whole book on kitty jokes,
right?
Cute little things, and then a whole one on Halloween, which is really you're really clever. You have a clever mind, definitely.
Hey Jack, can we touch on the book you had, How to Kill Your Mother-in-Law?
Oh yeah, that's a how-to book. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sure a lot of people would like to
How I
read that.
Killed My Mother-in-Law came together between me and my friend Danny LaFaro, who's a comedian. And we were both I was doing a little bit of comedy at the time. And he was having a problem with his mother-in-law. So he was ranting and raving to me one day, and I just kind of said one time, I was just like, after getting off the phone with him, listening to him, I received this idea of how we could put up a one-man show of how I killed my mother-in-law. So I called him up, and we were talking about it, and talked about it for a long time. But haven't really got the show together, but I put the book together. And that's also available on Amazon.com. Oh, and all the books are on Amazon Kindle.
Kindle.
Yeah, they're all available for Kindle,
because that's
too.
so big now.
Has been sold a lot on Kindle, Silly Cow, joke books and that kind of thing. And How I Killed My Mother-in-Law has definitely moved a lot on Kindle.
Yeah, I read that. I found that hysterical. That was funny.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I love that book.
Yeah, he wanted to know how. I mean, soon as he heard the title, he's like, "Wow, I really have to know how to kill my mother-in-law." I got to read this.
Not my mother-in-law. My mother's a doll.
No, of course. Remember, the thing to make it, the always thing to remember is always make it look like an accent.
There you go.
Yes. Right, so how did you get together with, well, you have two different authors. I know you have one author for your silly books, right?
Oh, illustrator.
Illustrator.
Oh, what did I say, author? Your illustrator. Same one for all the silly
joke
books?
Yes, that's Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin Stockton does all the silly joke books. And then, like I said, Charles Burton from the Artist Pad, he does Monsters in the Closet.
Right, Burnt Eggs.
And Burnt Eggs and Scrambled Toast. That's Nicole Ciccieri.
That's great, too. That's a cute book. And matter of fact, we're going to have Janet read a little bit of that later.
Great.
Burnt Eggs and Scrambled Toast. That's
Nice.
great. Catchy name.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Definitely. So I think we're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk some more with Mr. J.B. Jack Thatcher. We'll be right back.
Like so many people, are your finances tight lately? Afraid to open your mail or even answer your phone? Well, take heart. You don't have to live like that. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you can join the thousands of folks who have used safe and effective government-insured reverse mortgages. The government-insured reverse mortgages from Long Island's Senior Reverse Network allow you to stay in your home and turn equity into tax-free cash. Our government-insured reverse mortgages can eliminate mortgage payments, credit card balances, or just improve your lifestyle. Do yourself a favor and solve these problems now. Call the Senior Reverse Network, and our advisors will answer all of your questions about our reverse mortgage programs. We've helped scores of senior Long Island homeowners like you who now enjoy a worry-free retirement. Get the financial security and peace of mind you've dreamed about. Pick up the phone and call us at the Senior Reverse Network now to set up a free consultation.
Call 1-800-985-REVERSE. That's 1-800-985-7383.
When your cable's on the fritz, you get frustrated. When you get frustrated, your daughter imitates. When your daughter imitates, she gets thrown out of school. When she gets thrown out of school, she meets undesirables. When she meets undesirables, she ties the knot with undesirables. And when she ties the knot with undesirables, you get a grandson with a dog collar. Don't have a grandson with a dog collar. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When your cable company keeps you on hold, you get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional. What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it!
I'm sexy and I know it.
Alright.
Look at that body. Look at that body. Look at that body. I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. You know, soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Huntington Toyota, the experience of a lifetime. Don't take our word for it.
The experience for me at Huntington Toyota made me feel very comfortable.
It's their professionalism, their honesty, and their integrity. I've bought at least 9 or 10 cars here at Huntington Toyota. They give me the best price around.
It never was about high pressure. It never was about them. It was always about us.
Today's cars are very similar, but Huntington Toyota is very different.
Huntington Toyota, where it's all about you.
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it.
Faster. You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in. Oh! Don't even think about it!
Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Okay, so we are back with JB, Jack Batcher. He's been discussing his books that he writes. And I'm going to read one, not the whole thing, but I'm going to briefly read it. Again, it is Are There Monsters in My Closet? So I'm going to read a little excerpt from that so you guys just have an idea. Okay, it's dedicated to For the Critters, Brenna, Melody, and Calvin, which are your nieces and nephews, correct?
Nieces and nephew, yes.
Thump a bump. Calvin was startled awake, and as he sat up in bed, he said, "What's that noise?" Thump, 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 rattle, rattle. Where is the noise coming from? How am I doing, okay?
Very good, very good.
Bump, bump. I feel like when my kids are little. Is it coming? Over there. I'm going to read a little more. And it's not over there. Where is that thump?
Bump, bump, bump.
Okay. Are those noises coming from outside? I hope they are coming from outside. Oh, my goodness. Wham, wham, wham. The noise is definitely inside, and I know where. Slam, wham, rattle, rattle, bump, bam. Could a poor little raccoon have wandered in from outside and accidentally got stuck in my closet? Thump, thump. No, it couldn't be either of those. I would have seen them when I got in my bedclothes. Bump, bump.
Bump.
Rattle.
Rattle. Thump.
Wham.
Wham. Bam! All right.
Maybe it's an elephant. No, that's silly. It could be the monkey from the TV news, the one they said escaped from the zoo. Wham, bam.
Thump, bump.
Closet? Oh, they're monsters. They say 10 feet tall, big, fat, and covered in red fur. Monsters have giant purple horns and slimy lizards' tongues and green teeth. Now, I'm not going to read the rest because I don't want to give it away. I want you to actually buy Jack's books. So, Jack.
Yes.
I just want to know, Mud, the dog's name is Mud.
Yes.
Okay, so where did that come from? That's actually really a cute name for a dog. I think that's adorable.
The name Mud was it's really my sister's dog's name is Mud. And it came from because her husband had picked up the dog as a puppy in Mississippi.
Ah, Mississippi.
So Mississippi waters, muddy waters, kind of homegrown there. So the dog Muddy Paws is the name of their dog is Muddy Paws. I just kind of use Mud because I liked it as an original kind of name for a dog too.
That's adorable. That's really
Calvin
cute.
and Mud.
That's
cute. Calvin and Mud are also the main characters in Burnt Eggs and Scrambled Toast.
Oh, so I'm sorry, you carry them through.
Yes, yeah, as well as Burnett and Melody, his sisters, and so all the characters in both books.
Once again, I got to tell you, I love the book.
Thank you, thank you.
His kids look just like him.
You might have seen my little son before. He's a spitting image of me.
He was. Even with the mustache and everything.
Yeah, he's a little big and hairy, but you got to love him. It's your kid. What do you do, right? That's what you do. So your nieces and your nephew, they get a kick out of the fact that there are books that sort of portray them basically in a character form. Yeah, that's cute.
So you're not married, don't have kids of your own?
No.
So nieces and nephews
I've been dodging those bullets.
I've been there. I remember just nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
But that's,
it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Because you can hand them back.
Right.
You go home. You go home and you're peaceful.
They're great kids. I love spending time with them.
Yeah.
And I hang out with them all the time. So.
Well, we got a granddaughter now. We had her on our show last week.
Right, I heard.
She's a little camera shy, but she'll break in. She'll break in.
That's good.
Good girl.
She'll come in here stealing the show from you. Like, well, she did last week.
She did.
Yeah.
And I put her right on my microphone, so everybody got to hear the good sound.
Yeah, they had to quick shut the microphones off because it was kind of crazy. But, I tried to distract, right?
That's live TV. What do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Live TV. It's the best to do.
Exactly. So you're also a musician.
Yes, I've been playing for pretty much my whole life.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
You grew up. I know we had a conversation. We both love Led Zeppelin.
Sure.
My all-time favorite band. Yours as well.
Yeah, one of them.
Okay.
Sure.
So were they an inspiration to you when you started playing?
Yeah, when I played bass, John Paul Jones was definitely, and then, I grew up, in my house. Elvis Presley was played like 24/7. He was always
your mom?
on.
Was that
yeah,
your
my mom.
guy that was
you too?
Yeah.
Well, he was amazing. He was amazing. He
definitely.
spans, all the generations.
Of course.
He's so good, like the Beatles.
Right. The Beatles were an influence in songwriting, and the Doors were one of my favorites.
Really?
Doors
I could hear you doing the Doors. You like to sing the Doors, Jim Morrison? You kind of have a
definitely.
Jim Morrison kind of.
Yes. Yeah, I like doing that stuff too. And Aerosmith.
And Aerosmith.
My brother's like the biggest Aerosmith fan there is.
Right.
Shout out Paco. Way to go.
Paco.
I remember one of
Love
the
you,
first
Pac.
concerts I went to was Deep Purple, Guns N' Roses, and Aerosmith at Giant Stadium. And seeing Aerosmith do Dream On, every time I've seen them do Dream On, it's like the greatest song that you can watch.
We went, was it last year? We went to Boston?
No, probably about 3 years ago. They played at Fenway.
Yeah, Fenway
Because
Park.
they're the boys from Boston.
Right,
they're
right.
from Boston. And actually,
they played with Jay Giles.
Jay Giles opened up for them.
Cool.
And after and he said, watch. He said, Steven Tyler's going to be at the top of Fenway, up top.
On the Green Monster.
On the wall, on the Green Monster. All of a sudden, the spotlight comes on. There's a white baby grand piano. Steven Tyler's there playing Dream On, I believe it was.
Dream On.
And there was Kevin leaning on the piano taking pictures. It was just, it was amazing.
That's
and
great.
of course, that's in their hometown.
It was funny because it was on the big screen, and there's Steven Tyler, and there's my childhood friend Kevin from I'm 4 years old,
right,
up there taking pictures of Steven Tyler. It's like I tapped his wife. I said, "There's your husband." It was like,
it's kind of surreal.
Yeah, it is surreal.
Yes.
The stand-up bass?
Yeah, stand-up bass in junior high school.
Really?
Back in Brentwood, South Junior. And then from there I went to electric bass. Electric bass, I started singing because I was in so many bands that just fell apart. There's no singer. So I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And then from singing, I got an acoustic guitar, started doing my stuff, writing more songs, and go on that route like that. You know, I have some music on jackbatcher.com.
What was that? Oh, jackbatcher.com. B-A-T-C-H-E-R, jackbatcher.com.
This is starting to sound like a wrong angle show.
Wait, it's a commercial. It's a 1 hour commercial.
Yeah, it's a Jack Batcher infomercial.
There you go.
I always wanted to play the drums. I love percussion.
Right.
And many years ago, I met Vin, and I was seeing a drummer when I was in a band with him. And he moved his drum. My parents were away that night, and my aunt and uncles, whatever. And he moved his drum kit over to my house in my bedroom.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know how I thought I was going to sneak it past my mom and dad. That just was not going to happen.
They won't hear it.
My father came home and he
rattling
freaked out.
the dishes.
Get the drums out. Yeah. Do you got to lug that to school every day?
No,
Okay.
I left that.
That would be pretty cool, right?
I had a visual in my head, the kid getting on the bus with the big stand-up face.
No, it wasn't even that.
You got a guitar on your shoulder, that's easy, but okay.
No, we took that home one time, and I had to stick the head out, the whole head out the window of the car. My mom was pretty pissed about that because it was just like, you know, $1,000 instrument with the head hanging out the window.
Exactly.
And then I had to carry it back, and I said, well, that's the end of that. I'm not going to carry that thing.
Yeah.
Well, would make it.
That one wasn't really specifically geared towards anybody. That, you know, it was just, they just kind of come. You know, like you'd be sitting there and one conversation could spark something, and you get a line, or you get a riff, or you get a chord progression. So all these things, you just receive it, you just kind of tune into it.
It wasn't geared towards anybody.
Really cool, but relationships are like milk. They have expiration dates. I thought that's not going to make a really good song. It's kind of, you know, it's cute.
I wonder when I expire.
I picture like, but then I met Ben. I was like,
You'll
no,
be the last
that's
to know.
not going to go anywhere. But I pictured like a twangy.
Am I sour? I'm just checking.
Yeah, but now since I met you, I said,
I think you're beginning to spoil a little.
Yeah.
Yours was mostly metal stuff, doing, you know, stuff around that time, Judas Priest, Metallica, and then got into more cover bands, and that pretty much did a little bit of everything, classic rock-wise, and originals.
Some blues? No blues?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely blues. Well, you have a
blues.
very
You got that blues
too.
voice.
Yeah, blues.
When they're singing, he's got some voice. He's unique.
Yeah, well, your originals are, they were good. We sat and listened
You're gonna
to
do
them.
you're gonna do originals, right?
Yes.
Two originals.
Yeah.
You're gonna do a
We're
cover
doing a cover
with
Reminds
Janet.
me a little of Jack Jones. Your the one song you played for us. Your original was really nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
We're gonna get Vinny up and do a song too. I
All
think
right.
we need Vicky and Janine and Tommy. We're gonna do like a whole chorus thing. Some, you know, dancing stuff. We already practiced it
Get a
before the
kick
show.
line
So I
going.
think,
Listen, I already,
right, Janine,
I already
you
did
ready?
my thing. Singing
we
would
said
be
we're
even
gonna
worse.
do Yeah.
Now you're not with a band now, or do you do?
it's kind of a thrill every time.
It is.
Right? Yeah.
Better than getting any kind of high you could ever get.
Yeah, and you know we'll be there to support you next. You know when you're out gigging,
that'd be great.
We'll bring a crew.
It's fun doing some solo stuff, but when you have somebody else, it's much more fun.
Yeah, we got someone to blame.
There you go.
When stuff goes wrong.
You got to point the finger at someone.
You know what? When there's a lot more sound and it's full.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Because we talked about me going off on my own and doing some stuff on the side too, but I love the sound of having the whole band.
Sure. Yeah,
You
can't beat it.
Yeah, definitely. If you come from the rock thing, you know, you were kids growing up in the 70s and all that, you know.
Yeah,
you like it loud.
You guys grew up in the 70s? Wow.
Yeah, somewhere part of the 70s.
And now it's all like techno. I can't relate, but you know what? That's because it's a different generation. So,
right.
You know.
You know you're getting old when your songs are on the oldie station. You know, I was like, wow, this is.
When I heard Kiss Rock and Roll All Night on B103, I kind of was like,
no, you didn't.
The hell happened
You really
there?
did?
That was my first concert, 1974, up in Syracuse.
I also heard Walk This Way on there too.
That's kind of. Yeah, that's
I know, it's sad. It's sad. You know, my mom used to always have the oldie station on. I was like, remember the oldies, or the oldies this, the oldies that. Now, my stuff is on the oldies, and I'm like, wait, this is one of my favorite songs. It's on the oldie station.
Yeah.
Where'd the time go?
Yeah, I still won't put the oldie station on.
My dad grew up singing. He had an amazing voice. He's no longer with us, but his whole life was a big band singer with a big full orchestra, Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey, all that stuff.
Right.
So I was singing Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Judas Priest.
Right.
And I hate to say, but he never really, he knew I had talent, but he never liked what I did. And one time we were playing a party in Copaig, right on the water, and the sound actually carried right over the bay. And I lived in Lindenhurst. I came home, my dad said, I heard the whole party. I heard your gig, I heard the songs. He goes, you're playing crap. What is that crap you're playing? And it always used to really get me mad. Like, Dad, you know what? This is good stuff, but he would
Not
never
style,
understand it. You know, it's a generational thing. Because now I catch myself saying, what is this? No offense to anybody who likes techno and all that, but what is that garbage? So you know what? I was like, wow, I'm definitely my dad.
Quick funny story. My brother, you know, he's a big album collector, and he was playing a Don McLean, American Pie.
Great.
You know?
Yeah.
And Madonna had redone American Pie.
She did.
Yes, and my brother was playing Don McLean version of it. And my niece Alyssa comes downstairs, and she's listening, and my brother's singing the song, and she's wondering how my brother knows that song, and then she's listening to it and says, wow, who ruined Madonna's record? I was like, what? You know, this is Don McLean, this is American Pie, this is the classic American song.
That's a great song, and that's that's a crowd song.
Yeah,
so no matter where you are, somebody plays it, it gets everybody going. It's a great song. But yeah, Madonna can't touch it. Sorry. Love Madonna, but she's not touching that song.
No.
It's hard to touch that one. That's an old classic. You know? And the other songs that they copy and stuff, you know, my kids, her kids, like when they were younger, they want to know, how do you know these words?
Right.
You know? They don't realize your hit songs were our hit songs, just remade.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well now actually with the internet, it's so easy to get lyrics. Like if I have to learn a new song, when I was a kid, I had the cassette tape. Remember, you play like 1 second of it, stop it, write it down. Play 1 second of it, stop it. Now, like it's beautiful. You just
that was the original Guitar Hero too.
Oh, see, I never played that.
No, well, the game Guitar Hero is pretty much the same thing where you have to, you know, the cassette, how'd that go? Figure it out, back it up, do the same thing. Or even if you have the record, you have to go back to the beginning, let it play, just so you get the notes and stuff like that. That's the original Guitar Hero.
Never played
That's true. That's true.
Well, Guitar Hero is they play the riff and you gotta hit the buttons.
Yeah. I want Drum Hero.
They do have they have that for Rock Band. Yeah.
Do they really?
Sure.
That's what I have to get it because that's what I want to be a drum hero. I don't want to be a guitar hero.
I remember we used to have the big Victrolas, and we used to spin the records backwards to get the words and let it go again. It was sort of and start singing.
Well, you needed to know what the devil was going to tell you.
There you go. Right. Right. Wasn't that on a Beatle album, Play Backwards or something like that?
Well,
Paul is dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Paul is dead. I think we're going to take a quick commercial break because we have to set you up with your guitar and the microphone.
Sounds good.
So we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
We're going to come back with them playing and singing together, and we're going to be back in a minute. Stay tuned.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go give me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Jesus, I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional. What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Alright.
Look at that body. Look at that body. Look at that body. I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it. Faster. You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in. Oh! Don't even think about it!
Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Hi, welcome back to the Soluri Glory Hour. Vinny and I want to thank everyone for watching and tuning in tonight. And we're back with Mr. Jack Batcher. We're going to do a couple of songs. Take it away, Jack.
Okay. The song is called Soul Shine. When you can find the light, guide you throughout the day. When the stars ain't shining bright and you feel like you lost your way. When those candlelights home, but so very far away.
Grew up thinking that I had it made, I'm gonna make it on my own. But life can take the strongest woman, make her feel so alone. Now sometimes I feel a cold wind blowing through my aching bones. Think back to what my daddy said. He said it's darkest before the dawn. You gotta let your soul shine. It's better than the sunshine. It's better than the moonshine. It's damn sure better than the rain. Hey, now people don't mind. We all get this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine. Shine till the break of day.
Sometimes a man feels the sentiments like a woman about him understand soul.
Oh, a woman too, God knows she can feel like this. And when your world seems cold, you gotta let your spirit take control. Gotta let your soul shine. It's better than the sunshine. It's better than the moonshine. Damn sure better than the rain. Oh, people that don't mind. We don't get this way sometimes. Got to let your soul shine. Shine till the break of day. Got to let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. Got to let your soul shine, shine on and on till the break of day. Oh yeah, soul shine.
Now we're gonna have Jack do one of his original songs. Actually, two, if we have time. Go for it.
Okay. This song is called Stepping Stone.
I know there's got to be more to life than this. Greater experience deep in my existence. In my heart, I know there's got to be something more. Got to be something more for me than chasing a dream. And I believe where I am now, just a step on slow for me. From where I am, where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, where I'm supposed to be. Step on stone for me. Step on stone for me. Look out now, cause I'm passing through, waiting on my time. I know for me this here, not the end of the line. So I'm in a constant state of perpetual evolution. Leaving in my wake the spark stores revolution, yeah. And I believe oh shit. And I believe where I am now, just a step on slow for me. From where I am to where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, where I'm supposed to be. Step on stone for me. Step on stone for me. Hey! store for me. Where I am, the way I'm supposed to be. Yeah, where I'm supposed to be. Step on stone for me. Step on stone for me. Now I won't go quietly with the soul still inside of me. Now give it all, will not rest till I give it my last breath. No, I won't die. No, I won't die. With my music still inside of me, and I believe where I am now, just a seven store for me, from where I am to where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, where I'm supposed to be. Step on store for me. Step on store for me. And I believe where I am now, just a step on store for me. From where I am to where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, where I'm supposed to be. Step on store for me. Step on stone for me. On my way, yeah. Hey! Thank you, thank you. So we got room time for another one?
Yeah, let's see the other one.
What do you want to hear? Let's see. Some bluesy, some, what are you looking for?
You did one the other night.
Oh, I'll do Rattlebox. Okay, so here we go. Now I've been searching high low for a love that's hard to find. Who knew at my lowest low, heaven would guide you into my life. You were everything I was looking for, a whole lot more, yeah. My baby, the gas station music. When she hears it, she really starts to lose it. She can't sit down in her seat. That rock rhythm is the groove in her feet, yeah. Shake that sweet little rattlebox, baby, driving me crazy, yeah. From you, baby, love does shine brighter than all the colors in the sunrise. When you let your love light shine on me, lift me higher than any man could ever be. Let your love light lift me up. Oh, your loving lifts me up. Lift me up, baby. My baby, the gas station music. When she hears it, she really starts to lose it. She can't stay down in her seat. That rock rhythm gets a groove in her feet, yeah. Shake that sweet little rattlebox, baby, driving me crazy, yeah. I never knew that I could feel like this till you show me all that I had missed. Honey drop kisses, sweet cherry loving. Every time I come back, girl, I'll come running. My baby, those gas rock the rhythm, get the groove in her feet, shell. Shake that sweet little roundabout, baby, it's driving me crazy, yeah. Shake the roundabouts. Shake the roundabouts. Shake the roundabouts. Oh yeah. Thank you.
All right. Good job, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
Good
Again,
job, man.
Jack Batcher. You can find his books on jackbatcher.com. Janet, this is Vinny Soluri. And I just want to let everybody know, please tune in next week because I put together a collaboration of musicians. We're going to use a guy named George Fedden, makes these amazing acrylic guitars. I put a blues band together for next week. It's going to be a great jam. It's going to be a lot of conversations about some great rock and roll. So join us next week from 6 to 7 p.m. right here on Madhouse TV. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you all next week. Thanks,
Jack.
Thank you.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye. So long.
You know her name.